The year is 1849, and gold is discovered in California. Word travels across the continent, and a tidal wave of explorers, pioneers, and prospectors race to the west, hoping to strike it rich. Many make it all the way to San Francisco, while many others stop short, setting their sights on a different promised land, a place of wild open landscapes, endless forests, and a new kind of gold, one that can only be found at the base of the Rocky Mountains. And now, here we are, 170 years later, and the great pilgrimage continues. This is the gold that every photographer in the world has been waiting for, and it can only be found in Colorado.
Well, friends, it's happened once again. Sweet summer has come to an end. Fortunately, there is still light upon the horizon because fall colors are right around the corner. This is the Landscape Photography World Cup. The kickoff starts right now.
It happens every year. Fall color frenzy intoxicates photographers the world over. We lose our grip on reality, travel vast distances, and spend 2 very intense weeks fretting over the transition of leafy emerald chlorophyll into a cross-section of autumn hues. People in Europe get onto airplanes and fly to America. People in China get onto airplanes and fly to Patagonia. People in Australia fly to Canada. People in South Africa fly to Siberia. And somehow, despite all of the aforementioned continents, everyone ends up in Colorado. Word has gotten out that somewhere among these mountains there lives the elusive golden ticket, Willy Wonka's secret recipe for landscape photography success. Find the perfect aspen forest and you are sure to scratch that fall color itch that sent you hurling halfway across the planet. Then again, if we're being honest, there isn't enough gold in the world to satiate the photography community's lust for fall colors. And so the unquenchable thirst keeps us charging ahead, where we land just in the nick of time at our first destination, the legendary Crystal Mill. Built in 1893, this iconic structure once harnessed the energy of the Crystal River to power a giant air compressor which was used to operate drilling equipment in the nearby gold and silver mines. Today, the mill rests quietly on its perch above the roaring wilderness, slowly waiting for the day that it can finally retire, let go of its grip on the rock, and casually crash into the river basin below. Okay, that got a little dark. The mill is fine. Everything is fine. But maybe don't wait too many years to come out and see it for yourself. You know, just in case. This destination has been photographed over 1 trillion bajillion times, so don't expect to win any contests for originality. But still, there's something magical about taking a journey back in time to capture this wonderful piece of history tucked away in its own little slice of paradise. Call it pride, hubris, arrogance, or whatever you like, but landscape photographers tend to demand quite a lot from Mother Nature. When we show up for fall colors, we expect to see perfect golden forests at peak color, leaves glistening beneath snow-capped mountains with partially cloudy skies. The weather must always cooperate, and every scene should be worthy of a painting in the Smithsonian. Naturally, this line of thinking is total narcissism because Mother Nature doesn't give 2 flying honey badger shits what we think. And this brings us to our next destination, the $1 Million Highway. where not a single flake of snow can be found atop the iconic San Juan Mountains. When we reach back into the archives of past expeditions, we can see just how amazing this landscape can be when all the elements align. Snowy mountains rise above perfect aspen forests bursting with color. This is the stuff that landscape photography dreams are made of. All you really have to do is show up and not get too drunk, and you can crush winning images for your portfolio all day long. We are living among the trifecta of elements which make the perfect image. But that was the past, and this is now. So, what happens when one of the coveted trifecta elements is missing? Obviously, one must adapt. If I'm being completely honest, having the snow-capped mountains out of the picture is actually kind of a relief. The pressure is off, the unicorn is nowhere to be found, and that perfect trifecta landscape shot that we've been obsessing over is just gonna have to wait until next year. Not to worry, because there's still plenty of natural beauty to go around. It's not like we showed up to find a nuclear wasteland in front of us. This is Colorado. This place is amazing. We just need to change gears, shift our focus a little bit, and take advantage of all the beauty that most people would totally overlook. I mean, come on, my hat goes off to the family who owns this little slice of heaven. Imagine waking up to this view every morning. Not too shabby at all. So, the airplane you got onto this year brought you to Colorado. You came in search of fall colors rising up to snow-capped mountains. The mountains may have been a little trim, but that's okay, because you discovered that winding roads curving through the vast open countryside have a surreal, calming effect on your creative spirits. You drink locally crafted beer, hike through pristine forests, and breathe fresh mountain air. Okay, the air is literally devoid of oxygen at this elevation, so it's probably more accurate to say that you gasp fresh mountain air, but for now, we'll just stay focused on the fresh part. With any luck, your photo portfolio is bursting with all new images of golden aspens shimmering across beautiful alpine lakes. But if it's not, that's okay too, because even if you never even pulled out your camera, Colorado is still a spectacular vision of the great American West. So, whether you're a photographer, or a painter, or a hiker, or a poet, this magical destination will fill your spirits with a sense of adventure. I like to think that Colorado has a nice, simple lesson in store for anyone who visits. The real gold in this world does not come out of the ground. It's actually all around us. And as long as you know where to look, it is worth so much more than all the money in the world. Our little blue planet is home to all kinds of amazing destinations, and I've had the privilege to produce photographic artwork for homes and businesses all across the nation. If you are interested in acquiring your own little piece of Mother Nature, every image which appears in this episode can be purchased from my website. So be sure to check out the link in the show notes below, and I look forward to providing your next fine art photograph.
All right, friends, as always, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our little fall colors adventure. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of cool new stuff coming up. In the meantime, stay sharp. Always remember, the camera will take you places you never imagined.